Well, folks, what is up? You're probably wondering, oh yeah, by the way, this is One Big Bug, and I am coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2. And right now, you're probably wondering, what the hell happened? Why are we only having 90 kilometers left to go and in the tunnel just starting? Well, in the midst of my recording, and I was up actually fairly further than this, it was pretty close to the end, my headphones died. They crashed. And when my headphones crash, it completely ruins the footage. And sadly, I didn't have a save back at the beginning of where I was supposed to start. So, call this lesson learned. To always make sure I make a save at the end of the video after I rest, so that I always have a save to go back to should anything like this happen, and I can re-record the program over again. Now, what truly sucks about what happened is I had a lot of good topic and stuff that I was rolling on and talking about. I was in rare form, as I like to call it, really going. And all of that footage, and I was talking about basketball and football and some of the players in it, and being a kid growing up, what I like to do and whatnot. It's the fact that I'm not really into sports anymore. Yeah, all of that is gone, and it really, really sucks. So this is how I'm going to do this. This is going to be real simple. I'm going to finish this run because we got so little distance left. I'm going to finish this run, pick up the next trailer, and continue on. I'm going to rest, pick up the next trailer, and continue the run. That's basically what's going to happen. So you'll get this last 90 some odd kilometers that I have to go, and then you'll get the beginning of the next one. I apologize, there are technical difficulties that happen, and well, like I said, lesson learned. So I gotta make saves, basically. Something I'm not used to doing. Usually the autosave is very good about making saves from when you rest. Every time you rest, it usually makes an autosave. Well, apparently it doesn't do that anymore. And I need to start making my own saves. Yeah, but I was even up beyond this point. I mean, I was pretty close to the end, and it really irks me when that happens. It's what had me looking at possible headphone replacements, because my headphones are old. They're like 2 years old. They're still, they're still pretty good. I still have really good sound. I need to get new ear cuffs for them if I want to keep them, because the ear cuffs are starting to fall apart a little bit. But yeah, that really sucked right there. And I don't know, we'll figure out something. I was literally here. Now that I look at it, I was literally here. So I was at the end when my headphones crashed. And when the headphones crash, it screws up fraps. And the footage no longer renders properly. It just becomes unusable. There's no way to recover it. So sorry about that, but you're still going to get a run out of this. The video may be a little bit longer than normal. Well, so be it. So be it. Okay. I got the back end wrong. We're too far to the side there. It's all right. Not gonna be too far to the other side, right? Yeah, still good enough. All right, we get another point. More gas, and we're starting to recover financially, at least. So let's head to the garage. Which we can easily see on the map. And let's get the truck fixed up. So I will say that in that run that I did, yeah, it's here. In that run that I did, I did get one more speeding ticket. I did get one more speeding ticket. Not a huge deal, but it did happen. All right. So before we do this, excuse me. I said before we do this, let's just take a look at the new upgrades. All right, we have a beacon. I like to put the beacon on. We also have a low grill guard. Exhaust pipes, but I don't know if we can put that on the frame that we have. We may look at it. We get the full cab, the Globetrotter cab, if we want. We got a mid-lift chassis. Now that I like. The mid-lift chassis. Had I known this was coming next, I would never have picked the rear lift chassis. I love the mid-lift because this will be much more stable than the rear lift. So, yeah, I am going to look into some upgrades. I'm not going to do the cabin yet. Just because that's pretty major, and probably the rest of this is major too, but this mid-lift chassis, yeah, look at that, see? 6x4x2 with the wheels further back. This is much more stable than the tail lift here, because this is all, and it's just much more unstable. This is much, much better. The cabin is out of our price range, so we don't want that. There's no new engine. There was no new transmission. We're not going to worry about that. Yeah, we can't put on the side pipe because of the truck that we have. I really want the beacon. Yeah, I like this, but again, you took my horns off. Why'd you take my horns off? And where? Okay, there it is up there. Like that, like that, like that. And then our center lights were here. And then we have this nice underbar that we can finally put on. Let's go with this chrome here. And I think that's good enough. We're already spending quite a bit, and that's just to change to a mid-lift axle. And these paint jobs, man, take up most of what I have left. I need to get a skin for it is what I need to do. It's getting time to have a skin. But I'm not going to bother with a paint job right now. We'll just stick to black. Alright, we're done. So, we have to make sure that the auto lights come on. We also, oops, want to look outside the truck. Make sure our mid-axle is lifted. There we go. And put our lights on, high beams. Make sure all lights are working. All lights are working. Beacon's working. Awesome. Now we've got a much more stable platform in which to tow on. With the mid-lift axle. As opposed to the tail lift axle. So, 1 second. Okay. So, let's see what our next job is. We are here. Ooh, that looks like fun to tow. That's a big old trailer. It's not particularly heavy. And it definitely goes somewhere we haven't been, way up here in Poland. I'm not big on the Christmas gifts. I already towed one of those trailers, and it's a short run, although that could be ideal. A short run just for this episode, and then we start a new run next episode. 438, it's 4302 versus 3137. But these other trailers, I mean, the tank, the hopper looks like an awesome trailer to tow. But I can't deny the fact that we'll be making $12 more per kilometer to take the Christmas gift trailer. Oh. God, that's so... I'm going to do it. If it wasn't a convenient... If it wasn't a convenient distance that I can finish in this episode in one single rest period, then I wouldn't do it. If it was a longer trip, I would have taken the hopper. But the fact that this episode got messed up... Oh, there's the hopper trailer too. It's teasing me. Look at that. Look at that beautiful trailer. Oh. Oh. That's alright. We'll get our chance. But Christmas trailer for now it is. And like I said, we'll finish this in this episode, and then the next run we take, which you'll also get to see, we'll make it a good one, regardless of price or convenience. I don't know why we're still delivering Christmas gifts at the end of January, but hey, I'm not going to argue. Besides, this is a good little buffer for our... A car could be coming at this point and I wouldn't know it. I get lucky and it's not. I get really lucky and didn't hit it. Ooh, shoot. I'm not watching. Now I'm in neutral. Oh, God, this trip's off to a wonderful start. Okay. Why? I could have... I could have just kept going. It wouldn't have mattered. I still would have been able to exit the same place. Now, sadly, even though we have this beautiful beacon now, we don't need it. Because we're only hauling a standard trailer. Okay, Making sure our horns work. Again, I'm driving outside the truck for a better frame rate right now. Could you do me the favor and stay green? That'd be really nice. Thank you. And then once we get out of town, the frame rate will hopefully pick back up and we can get back in the truck. But again, I actually kind of like driving this way. And I suppose if I drove this way more often, it would make for a... Oh, poo. It would make for a better... well, not better. That's not what I meant. If I drove like this more often, I could probably do it more. You know, I could do it better. Because it's difficult to drive like this. I'm trying to get, yeah, like that. It's actually difficult to be behind the wheel like this. You know, it's much easier to be in here. So, yeah, I'm like really sad. All that wonderful commentary that I had, I was just on a talk and roll. I was doing really good, and all that beautiful and wonderful commentary is gone, man. And dummy me, starting out this run, didn't save it. It's going to take me a while to learn that consistently. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take me a while to be consistent on that. But we're going to try and focus on the good points. I have a better chassis, which, again, if I knew this was coming, I never would have changed chassis when I did. Because that tailgate chassis lift was actually really unstable. Even a 15-ton trailer around corners was making me bobble really bad. And now that I have the further, you know, I have the longer chassis, the wheels in the back behind where the trailer hooks up, I've got a lot more stability. So trailers, probably at least under 25 tons, I should be able to haul with the mid wheels lifted. What I'd really like to see implemented in the game, if not this game. Oh, hi. And I don't know if they can bring it to Euro Truck, but I'd like to see it brought in an American Truck Simulator, because they exist still. I remember seeing them as a kid growing up. Tandem and even triple trailers. They were not that uncommon a sight. They weren't full-length trailers, but they were smaller trailers up in the numbers of 2s and 3s, and they changed the dynamics of driving so much. And the silly thing right now is that the makers of the game here, SCS, haven't implemented that. But the guys that do the mod for the multiplayer either have or are going to very soon. And I find that really interesting. You know, that modders, again, are doing what the fans want, and the company that made the game isn't. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the game. I love the guys that made this game, and I will always play it, and I will be buying American Truck Simulator. But it just stands to wonder why, you know? Why not put into the game what the people wanted. It doesn't make sense. You know, it was kind of like, what is it? Dark Souls. I apologize for the big jump there. My frame rate was tanking pretty hard, and it shouldn't be. And way too fast. And I try not to jar like that. I really do. I wonder if it would be easier if I did a smoother transition. If I took the time to go into the game and actually put a screen blend in, so you just didn't jolt, that there was actually a mixing. Maybe that's something I'll experiment with. I won't do it right now, and I'll leave it to you guys to tell me which is less disturbing. Just jumping from one point to the next, or if I do a smooth blend in, if that helps. See, sometimes I just do it real quick, bang, bang. You know, I stop the recording, restart it right away, and it's not too bad. What I just ran into right there is something I hate doing, and that's I actually let the frame rate come back up, and then I restart it, and that takes about 1 to 2 seconds, which in the recording can be pretty jarring. I realize that. I'm probably going to need fuel. Well, I'll just fuel up anyways on this run. Maybe not at the next fuel point, but I will fuel up anyways. Hey, look at this big old highway, man. This actually looks really nice. We don't want to get off here. We want after this. See, if I tried this corner at this speed with the tailgate lift, I probably would have been wobbly, if not tried to overturn. But this is basically like having a 4x2 chassis. It's just as stable. It's the same thing. Just the difference is now I have the option to turn it into a 6x4. Is it 6x4x2 or? Yeah, 6x4x2 rather than just a standard 4x2. So that's pretty damn sweet right there, if you ask me. See, the only problem with upgrading putting a skin on here is that most skins are made. Yeah, most skins for the truck are made for the big cabs. So when you put a skin on in the small cab, it doesn't look right. So that's why I haven't gone and gotten a skin yet. But probably after our next big run, I'll upgrade the chassis, the cab. Now that I have a more stable chassis, I'll be okay to put the cab. This is something I've always tried to remind people of when playing the game. Is don't upgrade your cab without upgrading your chassis. Now you can if you want to on some trucks. The Volvo is one of them that's usually pretty good. The MAN truck is definitely one of them that's really good about it. Trucks that tend to suffer, everything else. It's really that simple. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Scania, Iveco, Mercedes, which in the game is called Majestic in-game. Oh, frame rate. What is with you today? It was fine. It was running fine until now. It really was. Maybe it's just the location we're in. I don't know. So many things I want to do and so little money to do it with. But in time. In time. Yeah, but too many people Stick with the 4x2 chassis, because you can put the pipes, the side pipes on it, and you can put the side guards on it and all that. But it actually, the game takes into account that the fact that your truck is taller and heavier up front, so you actually become more unstable. And corners that you used to go around at 90 kilometers per hour, you can't anymore. And it will catch you off guard if you try. And I learned that lesson the hard way. So I actually got to a point where I refused, and I do mean refused, to upgrade my cabin until after I got at least a 4x6x2 chassis, so that I would have enough stability to offset the height of the cabin. My dog's snoring at my feet. It's funny, so cute. He has breathing problems, and I worry for when he gets older. It's, from what I understand, it's fairly typical in Chihuahuas. You know what? I should have been watching. I want to fuel up here. Just because we don't have that far to go. Dude, you are not a truck. You are fine going under the other place. You don't need to sit here. He didn't even stop. He's just cruising on through. What's he running? A tour? And this is a gas station. There we go. One of the things I do find about this game is that the Volvo has one of the larger capacities when you do upgrade to a bigger tank. I mean, to a bigger chassis, rather. A lot of trucks, you know, they have these really great, good-sized, big tanks. You gonna let me? Oh, thank you. You know, they have these really good, big tanks when it comes to their regular 4x2 chassis. But when you upgrade to a 6x4x2 or the 6x4 chassis, it really tends to show the difference in how much fuel you can have. Like, the Scania only gets about 400 to 500 liters. It's actually really small, and it's quite annoying, to be honest. Ooh, ow. Oof. I'm taking a big loading hit right now. Not exactly sure why. Game is not happy. Apparently traffic is stopped over there. But yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. It was running fine. No problems, no frame issues, no loading issues, nothing. And now it's just like, nah, I don't want to work. The game is finicky as hell. And I find it truly amazing that recording with fraps hurts my frame rate as much as it does. If I turn fraps off right now, I jump to 60. And I do not have fraps limited. I do not have fraps limited to record. Oops. I do not have fraps limited to record at 60 frames per second, or 30 frames per second, which I know you can do. I do have it set to record at 60, even though I only render at 30, so I don't really know if I'm helping myself or not at that point. Come on, game. Stop fighting me. Thank you. At least to some degree, thank you. So, I've been playing a lot of Heroes of the Storm now. I don't play it like regularly like I did League, but I do play a fair amount. I like doing the dailies. I've already unlocked some characters with gold. I unlocked one character with cash, just a little bit. There was a little incentive that came with that, a little funny rainbow pony mount, which is absolutely hilarious to see some of the bigger characters on. But yeah, there was that, and my lights went on. They kind of look like they're on for some reason. But anyways, I really enjoy it. Some of the champions I've unlocked recently, that I've chosen to unlock. Oh, stop it! I've unlocked. Oh, great, toll booth just as I get speed on. We don't even have that far to go. I've unlocked what they call Gazlo, who is what they call melee specialist, and he can also be kind of like a pseudo jungler. I mean, the game really doesn't have junglers. It has a bit of a jungle area, but it doesn't have junglers. I play, let's see, I unlocked Sonya, who's the barbarian from, Diablo. I've unlocked the hunter, whose name I forget, from Diablo. I think I unlocked one more. I think I have 4 unlocked characters. Gazlo, Sonya. I forget who the 4th one is I unlocked. They're all low gold tier characters that I unlocked. I'm not going to spend a lot to unlock them, and as I get gold, I'll start unlocking higher and higher. Excuse me. But I actually wonder what the incentive is in that game after you reach certain levels. After you reach the top end of, because each character actually has their own progression, and you get rewards for each progression. Well, after you reach the top end of the progression, you get no more gold rewards. You only get 10... Well, I play bots mostly right now just because, I'm doing it casually. I'm just doing the dailies. I'm working on unlocking some stuff and some more champions. So... What the hell was that? Oh. That was almost a total disaster. Whoa! Whoa! What the... So first, I have a car nearly cut me off. No, screw you. I'm going over here. Oh, not nearly. I had a car cut me off. And damn near... caused me to slam into him. And then I get that other car, or those 2 cars, they're just stopped in the middle of the highway. Okay, can't say this trip hasn't been adventurous, and a bit of a pain if I'm to be honest. I don't know. Some people say, well, maybe it's the drive you got it riding to that Fraps is struggling. No, the drive I have it running to, although a fair-sized drive, 1.5 terabytes, which actually isn't 1.5 terabytes. It's not even 1 terabyte. Don't even get me started about that. Um, gee. I wish I was outside the truck to see how close that actually was. That was closer than the last one. The last car, we could still see a little bit of him, which usually means you're okay. He was totally hidden. I think I'm going to try and save this footage and edit it together for Reddit, those 2 points, and how much I really despise the AI in this game sometimes. I need to be over. Because we're just about done already. We're right at our destination. And I'm apparently trying to crash. Oh God, what am I doing? I'm gonna end this run like I started it, completely out of control. That's just nuts, man. I gotta stop that. Oh, there's the loading issues. I love when these happen. Oh, I'm sorry. Again, I don't mean to snort into the camera. Well, this is a pretty little town, isn't it? Also probably going to want to be outside the truck at this point. Just because stay in the lines, damn it. The more I try and correct, the more out of control I go. Other way. Yeah, this is the right spot. Yep, we turn here. Alright, we are here again. I'm sorry. It's just one of those videos where a lot of stuff goes wrong in every video, I swear, but this is just one where it's like everything's going wrong, from my driving to the AI to the frame problems to losing all that footage and all that talking that I was doing and everything else. It just, all of it, man, all of it. I don't know. Wrong way, doofus. Come on, you can save this still. I think. Yeah, good enough. We didn't level up, at least. Yeah, at least. So now we just gotta go find a garage. Please don't let this be a huge line. Alright, it's not a huge line, but if it doesn't get moving, I could be in trouble. I'm gonna try and bully my way in here. Just because I know better. It's just gonna keep building and building and building. I don't know, our truck looks blue from this angle. I mean, it looks black here and on this side, you know, you can see it, but it looks blue for some reason on that side and in the back. I really do love, and I'm going to say this every time I do, and I apologize for it, I really do love driving on the outside of the truck. One of these days I'm going to have to do an outside challenge where I try and drive an entire run outside the truck. Yeah, we found a DAF dealership. Nice. I think we've covered all the dealerships, though. If not, we just did, because I don't remember having a DAF one. Quick service. Good. Let's get some rest. Not a great run, but definitely entertaining. And somewhat frustrating. Alright, so let's see what job we're going to take. We are here. Ooh, looks like we get some fun stuff. They're definitely not taking the top two, despite the price per distance. That's just ridiculous. These are like here kind, or yeah, just take the ferry across. No, so we are definitely down here in these two. So 47,000 euros to go all the way to the end of Spain almost. Damn, we coming close to going into Portugal there. Of course, looks like we already did one time. And that's to take this M109 Paladin, which is a big howitzer artillery tank, for 47,000. Or, and that's 1,500. We can go 851 and take this 27-ton Grime Trectron, which looks like farming equipment. Which honestly, this looks like again a beautiful trailer to haul. Just one problem: it's a short run with a long ferry. So some of this money, at least 1,000 of this, goes here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the writing's on the wall that we're going to take the Paladin. Yep. This will be our next haul. 23 tons. That's kind of an iffy. I could put the wheels down for that for more stability, or I could leave them up to save on some wear and tear on my mid wheels. I will have to decide. It looks like it's going to be a fairly simple run. As a matter of fact, it looks like it's almost all highway. It doesn't look like there's much back roading in that. You can usually tell at a glance if there's back roading. So it looks like mostly highway. But that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. I hope it's been as entertaining for you as it's been bizarre and frustrating for me. But man, what a day. Yeah, but that's it. This is going to be one big bug. I'm going to be signing out before my brain shuts off again. I'll see you then.